one of the services.
Tell me all the things you hate about Amazon.
How do you feel about changing your last name?
If you made it this far in the video, just put your name in the bottom because thank you. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Lazy Sundays with Dionte
and NiJa.
We're back. We are back. Go ahead and smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't. If you won't, I'll just assume you do not love God. So.
That wasn't random. I thought she was about to say, I assume you don't like us.
I'm
some people don't like God, though. They don't believe in God.
I know
it, right? We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Hey, man, if you don't want to, go ahead and hit them buttons. But, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm in a new chair, by the way, so it's like I'm still kind of getting adjusted to the chair.
You actually really, really like that chair, though.
I do like this chair.
Like, he secretly tries to come in here at night and, like, just has, like, his me time in this chair.
I just sit in this chair sometimes and not think at all. And just, well, actually, I do think it's my thinking chair. Mm-hmm. But it's my just sitting in this chair. It's like I'm sitting on a pillow.
Thing. Thinking chair. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
I wouldn't, because I ain't watch Blues Clues.
Yeah, that was my show.
I grew up watching gangster shit. I ain't grew up watching no
Matlock.
Blues Clues. Listen, my grandma used to watch Matlock. That's not even that funny. But
it is.
Because Matlock
everybody watched Matlock, though. It was a thing.
My man Matlock was like the John Madden of being a lawyer, bro. He would go in there, something would happen, they would call Matlock, he'll figure it out eventually with that same suit on, then he would walk out the courthouse and go get him a hot dog with just mustard, get mustard on his tie. Oh jeez. And then
I do not remember that. Wow, that's crazy. Like that. You have a very good memory. I don't remember
low key, I'm really just talking, but he did used to come out after the jank all the time and eat a hot dog. I never understood that.
Disgusting.
Because speaking of, it'd be like hot dog vendors and stuff outside the courtrooms,
which
would make sense, but
it do. I get
it used to be like, yo, the first thing I need after court is a fresh dog.
It's a good old glizzy. It's like, no, you do not.
No, man, glizzy with the extra sauce. Give me more sauce on there.
Sauce it up.
Sauce it up, man.
But how have you been? What's been going on with you? Anything
What's
new?
been going on with me?
Good, bad? What's going on?
Nothing, man.
Same old, man.
Same old, man. When the last time we put a video? I know it's been a while since y'all seen this.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Now I think about it, I think we did this the last time. Did we do this the last time as far as the update since then? January? I think so.
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest.
School, I think, was still in at that time. So we're on summer break, so it's been a while.
I mean, if y'all look at the dates on the videos and when you clicking on it, I'm sure it'll tell y'all.
It's been a minute.
Now I just wanted to let y'all know she getting married, y'all. I don't remember if we said something about this last time.
No, we did. We talked about it. But we had that conversation the other day about like changing your last name. Yeah. And I brought up the idea of like, oh man, like guys don't have to worry about that. Like y'all don't have to worry about y'all last name changing. Like it was never a thing for me until I got married, or I'm about to get married, and I was like, oh shoot, like the last name I've had for my whole entire life, now I'm not gonna have that last name. I was like, how weird would it be? I would have to adjust being called that. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. I never thought I would feel that way about changing my last name. Like I now see why people hyphenate their name. Like I used to look at it like, oh, it's a big deal, until it was like, oh, guess what? That last name is gonna go bye-bye. You're never gonna be called this again. And it's just like, that's my connection to my dad, to my mom. Mm-hmm. So I get the meaning behind it. But then you brought up the whole last name thing. And what did you say? Like,
my question is, why people, because like you're saying with the name aspect of it, right? Mm-hmm. So we changing our last name, or your spouse is changing their last name to yours, which that's kind of how it goes when you get married. And nobody really questions it. But my thing is, what's stopping people from saying let's just change our last name to a whole separate last name. Because if you're getting married, you're saying, oh, okay, my husband's last name is Johnson, so my new last name is going to be Johnson. But suppose your husband wanted to change his last name to Smith, so that means your new last name would be Smith. It's all in whatever I want to do up until we get married.
It's what the man wants to do.
I mean, that's what you want to do too. It's both of us.
I guess.
But if I wanted to change my last name to Oxenberg, what's a good
I don't know, like no. I
might become a Greenberg, bro.
You just want something that flows, which I feel like most people don't always have those last names that just flow with their name. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like, it is what it is when it comes down to like name changing and stuff. I never thought about that though, like changing your last name, like in the sense what you're talking about.
Because what's the difference? It's like if we're about to change, or at least one of y'all about to change our last name anyway, let's change it to something we both like and that we feel like might advance us.
That's just doing the most.
Suppose I want it to be Dionte Woo.
That's doing the most. It really, really is.
You'll be NiJa Woo.
That's like, I kind of like that.
I know you do. I know you thought about it. See? And they gonna think you was at my last family reunion. No. And you gonna be like, yeah, bring the kimchi.
All right. See? Now, you ain't had to go there and take it down. What is that insinuating? People that have the last name Woo.
We're related.
They're going to say they like an Asian descent or anything. They just have the last name Woo. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Because who else has his last name besides the Woos?
Please.
The new Woos.
Because why do you have it? Because people would assume it's your last name.
That's why.
Like, your last name is Woo.
Exactly. So when they ask me, do I remember you at the cookout? Don't interrupt them. Let me answer that question, and let me tell them that yes, I was the one that was there. I brought the fried rice.
I have a face that when I'm uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. So it'll be hard for me to not look like is lying.
This is my spouse. She's new to our culture.
I'm new to the culture. I look more like a Woo than you would, so they would be confused.
Exactly. So I know I'm not even going to say what I was just about to say. Because please don't. We're trying to get sponsored by Disney. I don't know how that's going to work, but Disney, please.
Anyway,
when y'all see this,
moving along.
My family like roller coasters and fun parks and Magic Kingdom.
I don't like roller coasters, actually. Like, the thrill of it, like me thinking about it, okay, great. But me actually physically getting on one.
She likes recording me and my daughter.
Absolutely. It's a great time. It's a great, like, I'm a great bag holder. Like, come, give me your things. I'm not getting on that, though. It's not fun for me.
Listen, man.
I'm not going to pay you to scare me. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Nobody's trying to scare you, though.
Anyways, moving along. But with us getting married and planning our wedding and all those things, it's like, I'm like so excited. I'm like, this is great. All these things I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Life is just going to fall in line. And we're just going to just ride off into the sunset. And wrong. That's not what has been happening with the both of us, especially not with me. I'm like, I feel like everybody in our lives are experiencing major changes. And to be honest, a lot of it is like great things or whatever. So obviously it's like a good thing. You're like, okay, this is great, because that's kind of what you want in life. Those around you in your circle, for everybody to be progressing, doing great and stuff. But then you also are like, oh man, like we're really growing up. Like it hits you like, yeah, I have something to celebrate and this is great and all. But then you're seeing everybody else having different things to celebrate and different milestones that they're hitting in their life. And it's like a bittersweet thing, because you're almost kind of mourning the life that you used to have, but not, I don't want to say it like in like a negative way. Like you're not sad that you're getting married or that people around you lives are progressing, but you're like, dang, we really are old. Like we're really adults.
Yeah,
like,
man. It's that point in the movie, right after the climax, when everything's kind of getting solved and everybody's starting to go their own separate ways. Everybody going to a different college or moving away.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh like man, summer's coming to an end.
It sucks. You know, you just because that's something that people don't really talk about. You go through certain milestones in your life, but in a non-selfish way, it's not all about you. It's like
it is, and it ain't.
That moment is about you, like what you're going through, but that ain't about everybody. Like,
and that's the funny part about it.
Thing.
Because now that you said it, I just thought about it, and then I think that it's like a lot of how you look at things can depend on, as far as how you look back on things. Whether you look back on it fondly or not. I mean, a lot of it is a situation that you would anyway, but I feel like a lot of it depends on who's available at the time. Like, let's say you graduated, right? You know, it's a big thing. You graduate college, you know, people have cookouts, you have events or whatever like that. But, you know what I'm saying, it's summertime, so, or the beginning of summer for most people. So it's like, maybe this group of people already had a trip or two that they were scheduled to do, so they can't make it. Or maybe these other people have also graduated themselves, so they can't make it. And now, whatever situation that you're trying to celebrate, you don't have too many people around to celebrate with you. Maybe your favorite cousin just got locked up, so it's like, you know, we gonna get into why he got locked up, but he's not here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or maybe somebody on the run and they can't physically be there, wink in person. You know, the police come. I ain't seen him, but he in the house.
This story has gotten so dark.
Is it? I'm just trying to keep it real. Y'all understand.
Yeah, okay.
So, with that being said, you can come across as a situation where you're like, damn, this is extremely exciting and one of the happiest moments of my life. But with so much going on with everybody behind the scenes, you never really probably fully get to enjoy it or have that moment where you're taking everything in. Because of the simple fact that it's like, I'm excited and people are excited for me, but nobody is here to do it physically.
Yeah. So it is, you do notice like that shift and you're changing your life. But it takes for you, like you said, to be selfless about things, because this is truly just how life goes. Is really no one's fault. It's like, yeah, granted, and I feel like in this time of your life, you do have to be intentional about everything that you do, because life will just pass you by, because that is just the art of just growing and maturing and adulting. Like, life is going to change and move on, and it's supposed to, but you have to be selfless enough and aware in like just your everyday life to know like, hey, it's not all about me. Things aren't always going to happen the way I want it to, but as long as we're all being intentional about being present for each other the best way we can in this moment and in our times in our lives, it's okay.
For sure.
So, but yeah. But I just wanted to talk about that because I'm like, I don't think people really talk about this enough. It's like everybody talk about the wedding and the glitz and the glam and all the things about that, but people don't talk about the shift that you two have to prepare for separately in your lives, that y'all are experiencing with those around you, and how things are changing before you say I do. But yeah.
So because you're married now, man, a lot of stuff that you was doing beforehand, you don't do no more.
Yeah. Well, life is more complex at that point.
Yeah. It's like, I'm already kind of, but now we're just putting an additional layer on top of that. So
yeah. But Simone Biles was out at the U.S. Classics.
Shout out to Simone.
I think you brought it to my attention.
Yeah,
because I haven't seen clips, but you know how you think some stuff is old, so you don't really pay it no mind. I was like,
for sure, man.
And then you brought it to my attention.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Simone Biles. She back at it again after taking what looks like a 2-year mental break hiatus. I gotta make that point. Make that clear because that's actually important. But she claimed first place at the Core Hydration Classic a couple days ago, August 5th, or whenever you actually get a chance to watch this video, which Simone said in an interview with CNBC that she worked on herself a lot during this time off, been doing therapy weekly, and just it's been so exciting and to come out here and have the confidence that she had before. This is an example for me for everybody out there, though, including myself, and if you need to, man, take a break, bro. Take a break, man. She took a mental health break for 2 years. I remember when it happened initially, when she was in Tokyo 2021. And I forgot what they call it. The turnsies, the something. We'll figure it out, and I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. I can't remember. Whatever. That feeling that gymnasts get
when you lose direction.
Yeah, you losing direction and feeling kind of lost in the middle of air, which is kind of crazy feeling to have when you're like midway through like 3 flips. So you don't want to get halfway through 3 flips and be like, yo, what was I doing up here?
You can seriously injure yourself. That's very bad.
So, but yeah, man, she returned to competition after her break and pretty much won in typical Simone Biles forms. Like just like
dominated the whole thing.
Literally. And it's so crazy watching it because like I guess it's called the vault when they do the little run up and then they do the flip off of the little platform. The amount of air she be getting off of that,
it's
bro.
Crazy.
It's just nuts. Apparently, this is something that she only can do, and that once she does it internationally, it'll literally be named after her, which I'm sure it'll probably be in like the next month or so.
Yeah.
But it's just
crazy.
It's just nuts to see what she actually be doing, bro. Yeah. She's really the goat out this Jane, and I know everybody that's seen it is talking about her little winning pose that she did where she threw the arm fist, hit the spin, threw the arm back up.
Pose, yeah. If you ever played the Wii console, that's how they celebrate.
Or if you play Pokemon, bro, that's something that they do up there too.
That's true.
And I'm sure, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised because I've seen a lot of guys in UFC start doing that too. So don't be surprised if you see somebody whoop somebody's ass and then hit a spin and do it again, man. I'm gonna throw that clip in here too because that is hilarious. Yeah. But I need a little move like that too at the end of my stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do though.
When you doing what though? When would you be doing?
Whenever I win anything.
Oh gosh, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what he might do at our wedding, but we're not gonna get into that.
Listen,
I just thought it was really.
I might do the
hilarious.
Simone Biles pose. Hit a spin.
But I don't remember. I don't remember how old she is, but she is getting up there as far as like age wise that they kind of stop gymnasts because their run is pretty short as far as like age wise like in other sports. But she has been through a lot mentally, so I'm glad that she did take that break. And
26.
She's 26. Okay.
Yeah, 26.
And she recently got married, and that's a lot, as we were just talking about. So it's like she's experiencing a lot. She has been, and a lot of fame too. I would say like at the age of 26, I couldn't imagine experiencing the amount of fame that she has, where you have people putting their emotions on you, like not on purpose, but like people coming to her crying, little girls crying, and people just wanting to see her succeed and not succeed. Exactly. So it's a lot of pressure on you, and then now you're trying to plan this wedding, you're getting married. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So I was happy to see her competing again. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, it kind of caught everybody off guard. But to your point, as far as the age and stuff, you've been doing this for so long and putting in so many hours that everybody, after a while, it's like not only do you need that mental health break, but you just need the break, period, from it's like, I don't even care about this no more.
Yeah.
So, and then you're at the age where you want to get married like she did. You want to have your own kids. It's like, after a while, it's like you gotta retire. Yeah. So, but speaking of what you were to your point as far as the little girls and stuff, it was packed. I that may have been even including the Olympics. Like I didn't see an empty seat in the stands.
There's a lot of people there.
Once they figured out she was gonna be there, they was there, and everything she did. Anytime she was about to come up, they were snapping.
Yeah.
I was like, they were ready to cheer. As soon as she did those multiple flips and hit the ground, the crowd lost their mind. That's good to see, man. Yeah. That's good to see, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, my whole point of this is take a break, bro. Take a break, man. If you need it, take a break. It's always going to be there. I know everybody, it's the age of I don't even know what they call it, but everything comes so fast nowadays. It's like nobody takes the time to smell the roses or just takes the time to properly plan, man. And if you properly planning means that you need to take that break, bro.
Exactly. So I wanted to quickly talk about this, not go all into it, but it's just something that I thought was funny because I don't know if you have this experience, but as you know, Lizzo's going through like a whole lawsuit and stuff with employees and stuff like that. So set aside from that, I'm like, I was trying to think, like, have I ever, not lawsuit worthy technically, but like, have I ever had an incident with higher up that I'm just like, oh, that was kind of inappropriate, or like, that was just kind of weird that you felt like, you know, we should be having this conversation or engaging in these kind of activities, and you're like, you know, my manager or whatever. Have you ever had, obviously not telling like their name and where the job was at, but have you ever had a situation where you was like, that was, I don't think you were supposed to say that to me?
Not really. I mean, I've had managers kind of discuss like outside of work life stuff, but nothing like, I guess nothing that would be too crazy. Like I've had managers tell me like about times they were kind of drunk and a night out or dating drug dealers.
Same. Not the drug dealer part, but like the, you know.
So it's stuff like that. Never anything directly towards me where it's like, whoa, what you said, manager?
Yeah.
No, not for manager. That's more of a coworker thing. But
that's still bad though. I feel like, I mean, obviously we're talking about higher up, but it's just like having, I think, those interaction even with like coworkers. I think some people can just be like too open to the point where you're like, I don't know if we should be having this discussion about your life, like,
especially when I ain't even ask. It's one thing for me to ask, but if I'm just like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
my man cheated on me last night. It's like I didn't want to come here. This is not where I wanted to come. I wanted to stop at hello, and then I'm
trying to heat up my breakfast. It is early.
The first thing I don't want to hear is how Robbie used all your gas to go up to Sharon's house down 30 miles down in Greensboro.
Yeah.
And he used all my gas, left my car down there.
It's like,
my daughter can't go to work now.
What do I say to this? Oh, I'm so sorry. As I'm walking away with my stuff.
Exactly.
It's weird.
Because honestly, in that moment, the most important thing to me is not your situation. Is, do I have enough salt on this spaghetti? Because I don't care about this.
I'm clearly busy.
You're talking and I'm thinking, whoa, is my napkin stuck to my noodles? I don't care about that, Sharon.
No.
Oh, Sharon is the girl he cheated with. My fault. I should have learned your name before this ball.
Exactly. I'm more invested in my food.
Way more invested.
You could be kind of rude when you're interacting with people you really don't care because you hold it in your face. But anyways,
listen,
you was discussing.
She just say rude things and try to move to the next thing.
That's like,
not how it goes.
We don't need a rebuttal because I'm right. But we have had incidents in our area. I have had incidents where my stuff was not properly delivered. Okay. So when you was starting to tell me the story about UPS drivers and their pay, I was like trying to figure out, and I was like, I'll just wait for us to talk about this. So tell me, like, what is their pay?
Yeah, man.
Like, what is this thing with like UPS drivers?
Apparently UPS and the union have been negotiating a new contract to avoid a strike and secure a new contract for over 300,000 union employees. The deal, which was reached on July 25th, actually, will increase full-time workers' compensation to over 170,000 over the next 5 years, according to UPS's calculations. It'll also boost part-time worker salaries to at least $25.75 per hour and in mandatory. Oh, I can see this part. And in mandatory overtime. I'm gonna write stuff, not even paying on mine. So yeah, obviously with that, online searches for jobs with UPS or United Parcel Services in the title jumped up 50% over the past week since it was announced. But so yeah, UPS drivers are now getting $170,000 in a new Gucci belt.
What? Why did you have to throw the Gucci belt?
Because if you think I'm about to be working for UPS wearing this stupid ass brown suit and I'm not flexing a LV belt.
But you don't need to, because now we know you make money.
I don't. I do now. I gotta throw these Balenciagas on. And I'm talking about the big skateboard shoe looking joints.
No, you do not.
I do, bro. I gotta flex my designer shoes while I'm dropping off y'all packages that they threw around in the back of my box.
It's like, I don't want to make it seem like doing like manual labor like that isn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like being on and off the truck, different types of elements, you know, outside and stuff. Like, it is a lot for them.
170 though.
Those that actually do their job. But like, that's a bit much pay wise, in my opinion. But also because of my experience with UPS and other places as well, where I haven't gotten my items directly to my door, it's like as if they're not really paying attention. It's like they see the first two numbers and they're like, oh, this is it. And it's like, your job is to pay attention to the whole address, even the street.
Yeah.
And it's like, my stuff has been like the next street over, has been a few houses down. Like, it's never the same. And it's just like, is this being done on purpose? Because I'm confused.
Because it's stupid. But yeah, for as many packages that disappear, you figure that nobody would be complaining about pay. I get the mandatory overtime part because that's crazy. Even though a lot of people be begging for overtime, that's neither here nor there. But I get them feeling like, hey man, you got to work 40 hours already, and then on top of that, you got to work an extra 20 or 30. Then it's like, damn, because it's only so many hours in a week.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, at the end of the day, you are wearing designer clothes to drop off my UPS package. Y'all doing all right, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm probably gonna see what's to this 170 because listen, I can drive that stupid ass truck. And then seasonal. Do I even need a truck? Can I put these packages in my back seat?
That's what Amazon be doing.
Amazon just be doing stuff. That shit's starting to piss me off, low key. Speaking of, let's go ahead. Fuck it. Let's get right into Amazon right now. Let's get right into Amazon. I hate seasonal Amazon workers because they don't drive the trucks properly. They be driving these "I'm gonna kidnap you" vans. Then they come up. You drove all the way down here and you ain't got nothing in the back of this van but this little ass envelope looking package. So it's like, oh, right, you came all the way down here. They don't be wearing a vest for real. They don't be wearing a vest. They be playing loud ass music.
I mean,
I be trying to let them chill, but they be like, bro, you can't have dirt going off like that and you trying to drop off my packages. I don't know who coming to my door. Then they be wearing regular clothes. I'm telling you, they don't look like Amazon. They look like somebody coming to do something to you. So, and that's the case. I don't know this random white man with a fade listening to Lil Durk. I'm like, what is happening here? I feel like I'm being punked. Yeah. What TV show is this?
Yeah.
Anyway, man, because Amazon trash.
They don't always take pictures when they drop your stuff off.
They never take the pictures.
It's just like,
what's the point of them starting that if y'all not gonna make this
really a thing anymore?
Like, that's just dumb. It definitely ain't a thing. What, bro? First of all, Amazon Video is free with Prime. That shit sucks. So, yo. We're gonna make a video about all this stupid shit. And they had a nerve to have a fucking smiley face on the side of their box. Yo.
Oh my God. Come on, man. It's like, y'all gotta get it together.
Come on, bro. This is fucking stupid. Like, what are y'all doing? This man sat and used all his family money in his fucking garage to make Amazon just for y'all to not take pictures of the shit when he tell y'all to take pictures of the shit. They need to have him on Undercover Boss. But I don't even know if we missed anything on footage.
It's just funny because they overall is what we're trying to say is they just suck, especially like seasonal.
Amazon fucking
like sucks, I don't know how Amazon caught a stray. They just did, but because they don't be doing stuff right. But I'm sorry, UPS, y'all don't need all this money because y'all don't be doing stuff right.
Speaking of Amazon,
because remember This is Christmas time when I got his virtual, your VR, whatever that actual brand is called. Yes. And it was down the street.
Yeah, they sent it to somebody else's house. They've done that a few times, actually. And I have no idea because the numbers, the only thing on the address that's the same is the street, obviously. But I really think, I'm telling you, if it happens again, because part of me feel like, do y'all know the person that does this? Or they like, I'm gonna just send it to y'all house, and then if Dawn come get it, y'all just let me. I don't know, bro, because there's no other reason for you to not come all the way down the street to this house.
This is real anger. Like this is this is real anger. We're not even joking.
To the point where, like I said, I'm going to be mad at Dub now because this is like the 4th time you got my package. Are you stopping them? Now I'm smacking the shit out of dude's head because it's like, bro, what the hell? Back to Amazon. Back to Amazon. So he divorced his wife, and she said, "I'll fix you. I'll give your millions of dollars to these Negroes." And then, because when it's like, yo, she did a nice thing giving the money to these HBCUs, but it's like, I feel like part of it was you saying, "I want you to do this out of spite, just to piss you off." I don't know, because you ain't do it when y'all was married. Listen, don't pay me no mind.
No, we're not.
Because you did a great thing. Bro, I'm just saying, man.
That will be the end of our podcast today.
I'll fix you.
Don't forget to comment.
I'm going to make these black people smart.
And subscribe. Comment down below if you had any issues with one of the services.
Tell me all the things you hear about Amazon.
How do you feel about changing your last name?
If you made it this far in the video, just put your name in the bottom because thank you.
We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.
So much, bro. Football.